No, this one isn't working.
Hey friends, welcome to the first Real Dane Makes video. For the channel's first series, I just want to focus on something that's not too crazy, but something that I think everyone might be at least a little interested in. Fixing up a quadcopter, aka a drone. I don't really like calling it a drone though, because it's like, people get weird about drones, you know, they're like, oh, NSA is coming for me, they got the drones outside my house. Like, no, they spy on you through your phone. The problem is, my drone's not working. It's missing batteries, and then there's also a bad motor on it. One of the motors is just all twitchy and weird, and this video I take it apart and see if I can fix it. Yeah, you'll see how that goes.
So just from the way the motor was behaving, the propeller was kind of twitching around. So that tells me that some of these coils in here are firing, but not all of them are firing, which means that there's probably two wires here that are carrying their current, and one wire is disconnected somewhere on the inside. So I'm going to take this thing apart. Worst case scenario, we break it more and it's still broken. Best case scenario, I fix it and learn how this motor works a little better. So to get this thing apart, what we have on the top is just a little C-clip. There's a groove in this shaft that runs around, and this C-clip is inside of that groove, and it prevents me from pulling the rotating part of the motor away from the stationary part. I have this tool for taking it apart. Let's see if it actually fits. Oh no, it's too small. Yeah, that's not going to work. I'm going to have to get inventive with this tool to see if I can get a point that's thin enough to actually reach inside and separate those little jaws. So what I have here is a little piece of welding tungsten. It's just a very hard and brittle metal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap out the I don't know what to call them, fingers on the end of this thing. It just has a set screw, so I should be able to remove that set screw, snap this in half, put both halves in there, and hopefully we'll get something that can pry open that C-clip. So there's one of the teeth. All right, there we go. Oh, it's so close. Oh, did I just bend it? So I did get the clip off, and this still won't come out. So I got my trusty, rusty prying screwdriver. Let's see if we can't coax this thing to come off. Probably gonna break this thing, but we just might be able to get it apart. Why it just doesn't want to go. Really don't want to break it yet. What's happening here? A little brass bushing, looks like. Oh, two of them. You know what? I think this thing is just pressed into the bearing, and that's why it doesn't want to come out. Just gonna have to keep prying it. Oh, here it goes. Come on, get all the way off. Okay, there's something on the inside pulling it back together. I don't know if that's magnetism. I think it's magnetism. Yep. All right. So that's what the inside of a DC permanent magnet motor looks like. So the question is, which one of these wires has a bad connection to these coils? And right now I still can't really see where they're connected in. How are you attached? Might have to press that bearing out. Here we go. Okay, so we're back and I've gathered my tools. We're gonna MacGyver the crap out of this. What I have here is a 7/8 socket, and what size nut is this? The important thing is that this nut is just large enough to press on this bearing and not touch the surrounding enclosure. And this socket is just the right size for me to be able to drop this enclosure in And when I put this in the press, I'm gonna in the clamp, I'm gonna press on the outside of this socket and then on the nut. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna force the bearing seat out, hopefully without hurting the bearing or anything else in it. You know, hoping for success always. Let's see how this goes. Don't want to drop the nut in one of those holes. That would not be ideal. Alright, get in there. Oh, don't get all crooked. Excuse me. There we go. I'm going to start with this. Oh, that's looking good. Okay, let's put some force on this thing. Oh, it wants to rotate out. I wonder if I could put something in the shaft that'll keep this thing lined up. Hey, look at that. That's way smarter. I'll just pretend like I thought of the screw from the start. That's a good idea. Come on. Oh my god, it doesn't want to go. I fucked this motor up. That's okay though. Maybe all the stuff that I end up ruining forever, I should just go put it in a hydraulic press and crush it to death, just to give it the final death. I could do that. That'd be pretty fun. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want me to do that. Oh yeah, that's the sound of braking. It's braking. Is it actually pressing out, or is it just destroying the bearing? Oh! It pushed the screw right through the bearing. Yep. This motor has spun its last spin. Ooh! There's the bearing. It's fucked up beyond all repair. I might be able to salvage this part still. This stator. Yeah, I'm not sure if I can ever get this apart to even see what's wrong with it on the underside, so well, maybe we'll just leave this one here for now and pick it up later when I have a new motor that I can put in the drone.
Alright, well that was the first video. I hope you guys liked it. I plan on making every video a little bit better than the last one, so if you guys have any comments or criticism or a connection to a different project that you want me to look at, drop it down in the comments. And as for what we're going to do going forward, I've got a new motor ordered for the quadcopter, and I've got some work to do on the batteries as well that I think you'll find pretty interesting since I'm building them myself. So, might be broken today, but hopefully we'll get it running next week. Thanks for watching.